Hey guys, this is Jen from TimeToPlayMag.com, and I am here with Make and Break Party Game from Ravensburger, which expands on the original fast-paced building game, and in this version, even more players can get involved because you'll play in teams. Each team will start with their playing piece at the start of the board game, which is indicated by the yellow arrow. Cards will be shuffled and placed into two piles, building cards and object cards. The board also features a pile space for used building cards. As players move around the board game, they'll encounter 4 different modes of play, indicated by different symbols. You'll start the game in classic building mode, in which one player from the first active team selects a building card from the pile and begins to describe the structure on the card. Another player on that team must then build it without looking at the card, according to what's being described. While this is happening, the other team will set the game's timer to the matching symbol. The gameplay gets more interesting, however, when the teams reach the other building modes on the board game. This includes building according to taboo words, in which players cannot use the words written at the bottom of the building card to describe the structure. Blind building mode happens, in which team builders are also blindfolded as they build and must rely on their sense of touch to correctly build the described structure. And then there is the build and act out words mode. For this, players can now draw from the objects card pile and use the building pieces to act out the words on the card. Gestures and sound effects are also encouraged. The first team to circle the board game and pass the starting point wins the game. Overall, we think this is a fun new variation of the original board game that really invites the whole family to play. Although the game is age-graded 10 and up, we think the gameplay is simple enough that younger players can also join a team to help describe the building cards or act out the object cards. You'll also find that some builds are more difficult, so you can easily sort through them beforehand to make the game either harder or easier depending on your competition. I'm also personally a fan of the game's wooden playing pieces, which are a bit more sturdy than traditional games and ensure the longevity of the game. Make and Break Party Game is from Ravensberger and is intended for 4 to 6 players across 2 to 3 teams. However, gameplay variations for 3-player teams and for up to 9 are offered at the end of the instructions guide. For more information on this and other games, head over to our website at TimeToPlayMag.com, your #1 source for all things play.